Wow. Hey, baby.
Hey,
Happy Wednesday.
happy Wednesday. How are things?
Things are fantastic because it's raining outside.
Yeah, it's
I
our favorite
love
weather.
it. I love it. I love it. Because
What you been up
it
to?
doesn't happen often. If I lived somewhere where it rained all the time, I wouldn't be as happy.
You mean like Seattle?
Yeah. Anything in Washington or, it seems pretty gloomy in Canada. I don't think I would love it
Canada
there.
seems nice.
Yeah, well, when you took me with the snow, you didn't want to stay long.
Yeah, because it was snow. Like when you don't grow up around snow, you think snow is great.
I was so excited to go.
I was
I was
not.
playing in the snow. You was like, let's go. Let's get back over the border. Used to be fun.
I've never been fun.
Welcome to episode number 103 of the Marriage Go Around podcast with your real life married couple hosts, Tanjareen and CT. This podcast is about relationships, dating, and marriage. We talk about funny relationship memes from our own monogamish point of view. And we're on Wednesdays because the word wed is in Wednesday. We got married on a Wednesday and we met in 2008 in February on a Wednesday. So this has been like 17 years just passed for us knowing each other. Can you believe our 11-year marriage anniversary is coming up in a couple months?
No. You know what's funny?
What?
When it comes to like anniversaries and stuff, I always think money. So I'm like, oh God, here goes another one.
But you gotta admit, my love language is not gifts. I'm not the type that'd be like, you gotta take me to Bali, you gotta get me a new Birkin. I'm not that girl, right? I'm just like, baby, let's spend time. Say something.
Something.
You get on my nerves. You can agree with what I just said?
I agreed. I didn't say anything disposing it.
But it's a podcast, so you need to speak.
Yeah. Do I have the opportunity to speak?
Please.
Cool. As I was saying, I'm always thinking like, oh man, all right, got to spend money on something. Here comes another. Oh, Valentine's Day. Oh, anniversary. Oh, her birthday's right after that. You know what I mean? I don't really get joy until the months of June through November, because those are the only months where I don't have to do anything financial for anybody.
That's crazy how you skipped over your own birthday, which is just 21 days before my birthday.
Well, I don't have to spend any money on my birthday either.
The money gets spent for our anniversary on my end and for your birthday.
You ain't got to buy me nothing else.
Yeah, right. Your love language is gifts, not one gift. You like multiple things.
I feel like you need to explain this to the people so they have a better understanding.
You explain it.
When Tanjareen and I celebrated my first birthday where we were dating was 2010. Tanjareen got me a bushel of gifts, okay? After that, then Christmas came up. She got me another bushel of gifts. It's not about the gifts being super expensive. It's just the fact that Tanjareen gets and has gotten me a whole bunch of gifts since day one. So when Tanjareen does anything for me, you just automatically think like, oh, wow, this is going to be another bushel of gifts, thoughtful gifts. So, yeah.
Everything you said is true.
Okay.
Except the fact that you told me you prefer to have a lot of gifts. And when we talked about what love languages were, you confirmed it then too. So it's not just me just coming up with this. You said you like it.
Well, you're off the hook now. You ain't going to give me nothing else for the rest of our marriage.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. Starting when? Starting
yesterday.
Starting yesterday. Okay, well, you heard it here first on episode 103 of the Marriage Go Around podcast.
Yeah.
I don't have to get him anything. Have you guys seen the viral video of the guy who says, this is what happens when your guy starts to be nonchalant in a relationship? Because I feel like he's about to be nonchalant, like, yeah, you don't have to give me anything else. But he's going to have an attitude. Oh, you're nodding. So that means I do still have to give you stuff.
You don't have to do anything for me.
I enjoy it.
No.
I give with love and joy.
Sounds like you've given with a different kind of spirit.
No, baby, I was talking about how excited I am about the weather, and then you start talking about how you don't like spending money.
No, you brought up the anniversary.
And then you start talking about how you don't like spending money. I enjoy all these things.
I don't.
So I just want you to know it was you that said it, and
cool.
Not me. Okay.
Who's joining us today?
Hopefully, Bandersnatch is here with her argument counter because we need it. Let's see. The very first comment we got today before we were even here, I created the broadcast. Jordan Taylor was in the building. He says, this is going to be one exciting marriage go round, showing us that our lives are so much more than just trying to change, but it's all about trying to come together as one. Always with a nice, positive, we are the world type message that makes CT make that.
You got a girl, Jordan Taylor?
Jordan Taylor, are you single? Jordan Taylor's been a big time supporter of Team CT and Team Tanjareen.
Yeah.
And he's
Good old
always
JT.
here. He watches live and then comes back and posts a comment under the
That's a good
YouTube
person.
video.
That's a good person.
To help us to be in the algorithm. Latasha Luxury says, I'll be watching tomorrow, getting ready to go out. Hashtag Team Replay. Where do you think you're going on a Wednesday, Latasha?
Being fast.
I think you're grown.
That's what she thinks.
Keep your little tail at home just because you got a night off. Oh, hey,
she lost her weight. Now you can't tell her nothing.
She got a waistline that's going like blah, blah, blah. And now she want to go out in the middle of the week.
When she was a little thicker, she was at the house all the time. Now she want to go out.
Just dyed her hair back blonde, too.
Oh, City Girl season.
Yeah, City Girls up. Autumn Reed, it's got quotes. You gonna sing it?
We didn't even read Isaac Woodruff's.
Isaac Woodruff says, hey, everybody, CT Tange, looking forward to the show. He was here early as well.
Thanks for being in here.
Autumn Reed.
A perfect marriage is two imperfect people who refuse to give up on each other. What rhythm is it?
I don't know if it's somebody's quote or a song. I thought you would know it. That's why I had you read it.
Yeah, let me give you this for future. I'm not really good at being put on the spot as far as reading something and expecting like a rhythm of something. I like to digest what I'm reading and then read it out loud. That's what I did in school. So that way I never messed up.
So that's why you guys should give me extra points whenever I read an Autumn Reed quote in the perfect harmony the first time.
So much credit.
Because it's not easy. We don't know where she's going with this. But what's up, Autumn Reed?
Autumn Reed.
Your quote made it into today's clip on the Marriage Go Round TikTok and Instagram page. So
great job on the clips.
Contribution. Thank you very much. My mom's in the building. Oh, goody, goody, you're back. Goody, goody made me excited. We don't say goody, goody enough.
We don't.
Goody, goody. Oh, that made me so happy. So let's play the theme song since we don't have to sing it anymore.
Can I ask a question before we lit?
Yes.
How come women don't like being told that they're just like their mother? I'm not saying that you are. I'm just asking in general. Because you're a woman and you got a mother.
I don't know, because I love my mommy, and I know the traits that I have that are just like hers.
I remember we went out for our first Easter, what was that, 2010? No, it was 2011 probably.
Who knows?
Me, you, her, and her boyfriend at the time. And
he's still around.
Yeah, he's still around. I mean, but
he's still around. We just seen him a week ago. What's up, Fabio?
I don't know their business. You know what I mean? Far be it for me to say their business. So we went out, and you say stuff like, "Oh, sweetie, you forgot to hold my hand," and I'd be like, "Oh my God." And when we went out to that Easter brunch, I saw her say the exact same thing to him. And I was like, oh, wow, you are just like your mother. Yeah. And you were like,
so what?
And I was like, what's that about? Like, that's a compliment. Your mom's amazing. And it made me start thinking about when women get told that they like take it personally or stuff. And you'd be like, why don't you want to be like your mama?
No, I love my mom. And the other thing you notice that we're just alike is we can't sit still. Like if we're hosting a get together or people at our house, we just keep moving around, making sure this person's okay, straightening that up, just wandering around. That's just me and mom.
Let me also say this. When it comes to people observing you and me for the first time, like in person, there are so many things that people would be like, hey, you gonna have her sit down so we could do this? Or, hey, you gonna give her some help with that? And I'm like, no. Like, first and foremost, let me tell you something. Our dynamic is crazy. I remember getting to this point where it would be like, oh, let me do this, let me do that. And you'd be like, I got it because I want this to go here. And I appreciate you trying to help me, but I know where this goes and that goes. I'll let you know when I need your help. And I'm like, cool. So that's step one. Step two, we'd be like, look, I'm having more fun when I'm hosting a party, when I'm moving around, making sure people are good. If I'm taking care of this, taking care of that, so I don't have to do anything after everybody's gone. That's joyful for me. So I really get a chance to sit down and enjoy the party. And I'm like, oh, so learning those things, when people come over and they see that happening, and they be like, man, she don't sit down, she ain't enjoying the party, and he ain't gonna get up and get that plate. And it's like, no. You know how many years it got to get to autopilot? I'm not turning it off.
I know you enjoy
cruise control.
You enjoy it. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, I do enjoy hosting a good event, as you guys know, because I post the pictures on my Instagram and Facebook whenever we have one. And I'm behind a few parties. Let me see here. Jordan Taylor answered your question. Yes, very single.
Oh, got it. That's kind of not my answer because I said you got a girl. And he said yes, very single. Lexi Lex.
He said, don't forget to clip this as proof that I don't have to buy him no more gifts. I will definitely make sure y'all know that.
Let me tell you something. Barbara, you ain't off the hook though. Barbara been showing up and showing out with them gifts.
She has been.
Don't you stop.
And it's gonna make my little sister jealous, mommy. So don't
stop. But you, Barbara.
Autumn Reed says, "Oh, you look cute today, even though that red beanie makes CT look like he was in the Fat Albert remake." That's your team member.
It is. That's very interesting.
Only because Fat Albert has a red beanie on, right? Or somebody.
He's not the one that wears a red beanie.
Yeah, one of them wears a red beanie, but nobody knows his name.
Mushmouth?
I don't know which one it is, but that's your team member. What's up, Louis Turnip Seed? Green Ranger says, Mama Reen got her a Fabio. She got her an Italian laughing emojis. He's actually Panamanian. Panamanian. All right, here we go. Autumn Reed says, we don't like being told that because while we are influenced by our mother, we are not the same. Plus, it seems like that can after be an insult or seem like you see our mother as a MILF. Ooh, you trying to smash our mama, Autumn Reed said.
Well, let's go back. I think the first part, we're not the same. A lot of times y'all are, and that's what y'all don't realize. Her and her mama are spitting image, behavior-wise.
And
oh yeah, the next part.
No, and you and your mama are the same person as well.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Everything you say to me, you're like, oh, my mom is just like this. Oh, I'm do this because my mom this. You admit it all the time.
It sounds like a deflection.
No, I'm just saying you might as well say and to you too.
We're talking about women and their mothers, and I'm going to continue what I was saying.
Ah, you don't want to admit it. Okay.
It's not about
back to it.
I love every aspect of similarities that my mother and I have, but we have very many differences, whereas you and your mom have no differences. The only difference between you and your mom is the age and complexion.
Ridiculous.
Y'all are twins. If you told me that y'all came out the exact same womb, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. Clones.
I love that you said that because you do look like your mom. You have the same build and same complexion.
Have the same build. That's
Yes.
crazy. Oh,
Yes.
You know what's even crazier?
Yes.
Let's get to it. Because you be trying.
I gotta meet again.
Yeah, okay. You be having a ball.
Sorry,
you be having a ball saying so much stuff on this podcast, and I be stalling you out.
You
but I'm
don't stall me out. The
this is-
reason I muted that other episode is because you had already said it so many times on so many other episodes, and I was like, oh my goodness, not again.
This is the second pass I'm giving you. You will not get a
So
third.
you didn't hear what I said. You were just waiting to speak again. You've
I
said
said what?
it so many times.
That y'all are alike?
No, the thing that I didn't want you to say again, which is why I muted a few episodes ago, and don't try to remember it so you could say it again. But you said it so many times that I was like, okay, I'm going to mute this time because I'm sick of hearing it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. Of course you don't.
That doesn't help me understand your point.
I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
Read the rest of the comment.
Plus, it seems like it could be an insult. Seems like you see our mother as a MILF. No. I would never. I love Barbara, but not like that. Yeah. What's happening to Tanjareen City? What up, Cobra Tay?
Cobra Tay.
Just dealing with some filth, filth, and some disrespect over there.
Filth.
Tanjareen had an insult in the holster. That's what I'm saying. Every episode, she has something too slick to say or some type of insult. And when she see that look in my eye, when I'm about to hit her in that stomach with it, that's when she's like, no, let me mute you. Okay, I'm not going to give you too many more.
So when I said that you're the same complexion and build as your mom, was that an insult?
Yeah.
How?
Because I'm a man, and you say a man has the same build as his mother.
I could have elaborated and made it an insult, but I chose not to make it an insult.
That's what I'm saying. I can make these easily an insult.
And I could too, but I chose not to. So the reason that you're getting so offended is beyond me.
No, it's not. It's not offended. It's literally saying, it's like saying, that's like when we say as men, you be like, man, you look just like your daddy. To a woman, she don't know how to take it.
Because it's not a compliment.
Exactly. So what you're saying is not a compliment. And that's
but you know what I could have said to make it an insult, but I chose not to make it an insult.
And you know everything that I can say to make everything an insult, and I choose not to.
So why do you make it seem like I'm doing something wrong?
Because you just did. I just backed up my point 3 times.
We're both holding back to not insult each other.
I think this is the proof that this is not a happy marriage. And the fact that we are not, that we hold back.
We're not happy?
Absolutely not.
No, how could I know? How could I ever know we weren't happy?
Because your voice got high. Every single example of this proves it. Because when you are in a relationship with somebody, you shouldn't be wanting to hold back on things that you want to say or things that can be said. So
what should we do about it moving forward?
I've been asking you to move out for 3 years.
I'm not going anywhere. This is my house. When are you moving out?
If you think this is your house, then they are selling a different level of narcotics.
You don't even know where things are kept in this home.
I can figure it out.
You don't know where the bills are paid to.
I'll figure it out.
You know, this is my house.
I will figure it out.
The fact
Let
that
me
you
tell you
think
something.
that you can make it without me is crazy.
Let me tell you something. After a couple of months, the bill collector's gonna find me. So I ain't gotta look far. You
know
hear me?
about you.
All I do is pay the bills. I don't even know who I'm paying. So they'll find me. Hey man, I'm with the water company. Oh, then liquor for you.
Estelle says, in fairness, there's levels to insulting. Green Ranger says, where is Vandersnatch with the argument counter? Jordan Taylor says, CT couldn't have been even more happy to be with Tanj more than anything. Thank you, Jordan Taylor. Green
Did they
Ranger,
ship your narcotics to him? I think everybody's getting a buzz.
Green Ranger says, I've counted 3. Autumn Reed says, oh, wow. Okay, sorry, folks. This argument was my fault. My bad. Quick, someone cash app them some money. If you'd like to support this podcast, the Cash App is Tanjareen or Team CT Entertainment. We also have stars activated on Facebook. Super Chat, Super Stickers, and gifting is also activated on YouTube. It helps to pay for the clips. It helps to pay for him to have someplace to live when he has to move out. We appreciate it all. Wow, almost 11 years in and CT dropping This Is Not Happy Bomb.
What?
Would you like to say anything?
About what?
The comment that I just read?
No.
It's both their houses. We just keep it at my house, Jordan Taylor. Made it to the live. Hey, what's up, Aaron? You're just in time for us to break up, apparently. This is the final episode. Can I do the theme song now? Because we've been on the air for 16 minutes and you wanted to ask a question first?
Go for it.
All right.
Last theme song of the show. Might as well go out with a bang.
It's not the last theme song. You already promised to 200 episodes.
I've never promised that.
We promised it last time. 200 episodes. So we're
next week playing the role of Clayton Thomas will be someone else.
You already put Jade in it. I sent Jade that clip too. He was like, y'all are hilarious.
He should play me.
Here's a theme song that we used to sing live, but we stopped. Are you ready for the theme song? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Marriage go round.
Marriage go round. Tanjareen and CT.
Marriage go round.
Cause it's married things and things are rock. Married things and things are rock. The real relationship podcast.
Blocka, blocka, blocka.
Pew, 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 pew. Boop, 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 boop. Pew, 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 pew. What's the matter, baby?
It gets longer every time you do it.
Pew, 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 pew. This is the remix. Pew, pew, pew. Braka, braka. Yeah. You're so amazing.
I'm a good co-host.
You're a great co-host.
Man, that camera shot was so greasy. Were we greasy or was the camera just oily?
Which image are you talking about?
When we had the fro, when I had the fro and you had that big fro?
Oh, I don't know. But that was so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Aaron Smith says congratulations on your cartoon series.
Oh, thank you, Aaron Smith.
Yes, he's on Little Kev.
You seem like your spirits are a little down. What's going on?
I don't know. I just told some interesting news that I didn't know about.
You didn't know
I had no idea.
that? I thought you knew.
Check out CT on Little Kev on BET. It starts airing this month, and he starts in episode number
103.
103. So check him out. It's Little Kev, as in Kevin Hart. We're super proud of him. Yay. Let me see what you guys are saying down here. CT's promises are always keeping the theme song alive. I love it. Napalm is laughing. What up, Napalm? Hopefully it'll be back next Wednesday. I hope so too, Lexi Lex. But y'all don't help. Y'all not helping. You reading this one?
Sounds like episode 200 is either going to be on location at divorce court or the post-divorce party.
Well, that's it. 200 is still 97 episodes away. I'm looking forward to it.
You should. You've built something great with this show.
We have.
I don't see myself being here in 97 episodes.
You're the glue.
I'm not the glue.
You're the glue.
They are the glue.
You are the glue.
No.
We couldn't do it without you.
This is episode 103?
Yes.
This shows me that you've dragged me to do this 103 times.
And I got 97 left.
No. I will purposely try to find something to be booked for. Tash. Can't do the words go wrong.
That's okay, because as executive producers, we can do it on a different day whenever you're available. It's fine. Anything else?
No.
What have you been up to?
Just bottling up my feelings and
Clearly not bottling them enough.
bottling up my feelings and just sitting on apparently anger. That's all I've been up to. What you been up to?
Maybe people are gonna watch this and be concerned about us.
About us?
Yes.
We've said everything they need to know.
Is it true? We had an incredible day. We had an incredible weekend.
We've had an incredible month.
Yes. So don't come on here and tell them how unhappy we are when that's not the case.
I'm so much like my mom.
So you're doing this to be petty.
And
when you started it by saying I look like, you said I was everything like my mom except the complexion and the age.
How is that not a compliment? Your mom was amazing. All I do is tell both of y'all how great y'all are.
But we don't have everything in common. Just like you and your mom have a lot in common, but you don't have everything in common. But why did it offend you when your whole point was, how come girls don't like to be told they're just like their mom? And then look how upset you are.
Well, I gave the very simplistic answer of a man doesn't want to be compared to a woman. That off top should answer any question beyond parental or not. Except
for the fact that, as I said, you're the one who always tells me all the things that you do that you got from your mom. You're just like your mom because of this, that, and the other. You always say it. It's not about a male or female thing. So I didn't think I was saying anything offensive. I was just reminding you that you say it all the time.
Oh, cool. So when you were told that you said something offensive, what was your reaction besides doubling down?
What was offensive? I didn't say the part that I could have said, which led you to tell me that we're in an unhappy marriage.
Oh, yeah, because we're both holding things back that we say. I've said this. This is very clear.
Let's read the rest of the comments. Oh, there aren't any more.
Yeah. Good episode today, guys.
Would you like to go over some memes?
I'm not really invested either way.
Yes? Is it what it sounded like to me? Okay, so I'm going to read this meme. This one I got from my Discord. It's quick. I believe Green Ranger posted it in the Discord in the memes room. Let me see. Oh, my mom was so sweet. So who's gonna say I'm sorry?
You see the layup, Barbara? I said, oh, so when you saw you did something that offended me, what was your reaction? And then she doubled down because accountability matters, folks. True. Don't compare us to a woman physically, maybe the eye color, but that's it. That's your team. Remember,
that is my team. Okay. That is my team. But I was only repeating what you always say about your mom. It wasn't a new idea that I came up with. I was just saying. You always say, I got this from my mom.
Have I said build from my mom?
Well, you actually have. You know that you did, and you've said it before. It's part of your routine, your joke. Oh. I'm not saying anything that you haven't already said on stage.
Okay. Seems like everything's come out your mouth, but I'm sorry. So, what's the next comment?
Let me think about this.
No, because nobody should ever have to apologize because you don't mean something. Also, it should never be pulling, what's the word? It should never be you're pulling teeth. You should never be pulling teeth to get someone to apologize for something that offended somebody else.
Okay, so then don't apologize.
Because you would mean it, and that's why you'll never get another apology out of me.
Never? Why are you using these terms?
Because I'll make sure that everything I say to you, I meant it.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. What's the next meme you got? What you got on tap for us?
Kiss and makeup. I love you, Mom. Thank you. Accountability. My wife has an issue with it too, Aaron Smith. And here's the funny thing. I don't have an issue with accountability, you guys. I learned early in our relationship to be able to admit when I'm wrong, to be able to apologize. I do those things often. This situation, I thought we were both doing the same thing back and forth. I didn't realize that I was doing something that was so offensive. I thought I was doing something that was reiterating something that he says often. I wasn't trying to offend him. So I'm not sure why. So when it was said 3 times,
you wouldn't have thought, oh, wow, didn't know you saw it like this. Let me offer this apology. And then you went into this whole thing.
Because when I apologize, when you ask me to apologize, you always get upset with me and you don't accept the apology, which you just admitted you're not going to accept it. So at this point,
no, you just said that you felt that you did nothing wrong, so you weren't going to apologize. So that you even trying to apologize seemed like a chore. Do you not understand any of this?
Both things are true.
Great. So we just got absolutely nowhere.
We did.
And what was that you were just reading about accountability?
I don't
Logic escapes us a lot, guys.
Do you think that it was no, never mind. Say it loud, CT. My mom's on your
Thank you,
side.
Barbara. It seems like everyone who has eyes and ears and seeing this show seems to understand what I'm saying.
Yes, but what they don't
What was that? I didn't read
understand.
that. Jordan Taylor. That's another one of your boys. CT can definitely understand that Tanj is not offending him and could trust her.
Yeah, glad you read it. My point is, I could say, I'm sorry, CT, to which you'll say, no, you're not. And you tell me all the reasons why I'm not sorry. And my apology means nothing to you.
How about we have given it a shot when I first told you, hey, that's out of control. But no, we doubled down, tripled, and now we've quintupled it.
I'm sorry, CT. I didn't mean to tell you that you were built like your mom.
Oh, couldn't just say, hey, I'm sorry about that. Didn't mean to offend. We doubled back on that. You know what? For sake of your argument, I'll accept your apology, Tanjareen, if that is even what we could call that.
That is what I was apologizing for, right?
Whew.
Right?
All good. This lives forever. And another reason that I hate doing this show.
Oh, you don't hate it. You look forward to it. You told me you look forward to it.
Is that also how I feel about the shellfish that I'm allergic to?
No, that's different. So how about no verbal apology, and instead, how about just an act of love to show the apology?
It's not how I operate, Autumn Reed. You embarrassed or disrespect me in public, I want the apology authentically in public.
I'm so sorry, baby. I didn't mean to embarrass you or disrespect you, honestly.
If I did what I wanted, that would be going exactly what you just said. Well, thanks, Tanjareen, for that. In the meantime, there was a guy who in the writer's room a couple years ago said something crazy. And I was like, what? And we talked to the side and he was like, man, I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm like, no. You say I'm sorry in that writer's room. Oh, well, I was just, no. Make it just as loud as you did before. You know?
So I did.
So what's next? What you got?
Let's see here. This meme was funny to me. It says, what drives a man to cheat? Your car while you're at work. I thought that was funny.
Cold.
I think
game.
Green Ranger put that in the Discord, and I thought it made me laugh. Because
that's a specific word choice too. What drives him to?
And it reminded me of what I shared with you guys, I think last week's episode or the week before, when my boyfriend used to take my car while I was working at Six Flags Magic Mountain Amusement Park with my brother, and I would carpool with my brother's car, not knowing that my man was driving my car.
Nothing magical about that.
Get some girls. No, it's just not.
But a couple of flags were apparent.
Hey, green, red flags. Okay, Aaron is saluting. Let me see. I have, what's her name? Ashley says she's coming in today. What does it say? I feel like if some almond butter pancakes and a snack bucket of chicken may solve this.
No.
Do you want some almond butter pancakes?
No, thank you. But I appreciate
I've
the
never
offer.
made almond butter. I've only made peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he would like almond butter pancakes?
My taste palette has changed, so I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay. What's up, Jazzy Bonda Gaza? You're late. You missed so much.
Jazzy Bussa.
All right, let me read this meme. This is from, let me make sure it pops up because my phone, this other phone is getting older and it's moving slower. Mine
keeps stopping and I have to restart it or whatever. And I'm like, iPhone, y'all are not about to make me buy the new one.
But which one are you on? I think it's your time for the new one.
I'm on the 11 Pro Max.
And I think they're on the 16 or 17 now.
Well, they're on the 16, I think.
And I think the 16 is going out.
I say when the 20 start, I think I'm gonna get the 20.
They are upset with you, CT. They really want you to get another phone.
Ain't nothing wrong with this phone. I just got my screen repaired. The case, they don't even make the case for my phone no more, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what we're supposed to. Oh, that's what you went to the mall for when we were out yesterday.
For the screen, the screen protector.
Oh yeah,
I keep an extra layer of protection on my phone.
All right, this is from Six Brown Chicks page that we like on Instagram that posts anonymous relationship questions for all of us to dive into. A snack bucket, Green Ranger says, laughing. Only search term behavior will solve this and find out what they are, Tan. She's back on the adult search words.
Search term behavior. What does that mean?
Adult search words that we talked about yesterday. Adult film search words.
Oh, yo. So this is one of the things that you're glad that people don't watch full episodes for. People only watch clips. So whatever clip come out of this, they're like, oh, this is so fun.
People do watch full episodes too, though.
No.
Me too, brother. If my phone working and it still has the updated version, why get a new one? Aaron Smith says.
Yeah. A lot of times I was switching out phones because I was shooting sketches and it was like I was using my phone. But even then, I was like, oh, that's the exact same phone quality as every other thing, 1080p or 4K.
Yeah. They keep trying to sell you on all the other fancy terms that they don't really mean anything.
Yeah.
Like, get it because of this. And it's like, but you still got 1080 and 4K.
I'll tell you something that's impressive that made me want to get a certain new computer. I don't even think Apple does this yet. But the keyboard, you get the glasses and it's like you don't even need the computer screen because it just pops up and you can click stuff with your finger.
Oh, like if you're watching an Iron Man movie. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's fire. But I think that's just for like Android computers. I don't think that's for Apple yet.
Everybody will have it soon.
Hopefully. Apple should come first.
All right, this is from Six Brown Chicks. Let's see what it says. And y'all give me your advice in the chat. It says, I have 6 kids by 4 females. They're not real women. They're petty and childish females. I made the mistake of asking one of them to give me money for a tummy tuck. I have plans for myself this year. I'm going to Dubai to find me a rich princess or something. I have wavy hair. I can fit in there. Sick of these broke American hoes. My baby mamas got together and created a social media promo to help Darius unbig his back and transfer the fat to his skinny peen. It ran for 2 days until it got taken down. But they raised about $1,800 and won't give me those bands. I slept with 2 of them to get the money. They made promises, but they never pay me. They're passing me around for smashing while making posts about my skinny peen. I feel pimped and unempowered. Help. That's pretty funny because even if it is skinny, they're enjoying it. They're passing you around. They got paid and they're getting what they want. So you are being pimped, sir. And I've never really heard a guy talking about getting a tummy tuck and going to Dubai. So I don't know. Am I the only one who's never heard a guy talking about a tummy tuck?
I saw 2 guys get tummy tucks. One dude got the lipo in his stomach. I saw a couple years ago on Instagram, so he can have abs. And another guy got the tummy, but it's like it still looks like the woman's tummy tuck. Like none of that stuff ever looks great.
Did he get abs?
The first guy, he had like the chubby dude abs, like the ones that you could see he has abs underneath that because the layer of fat is there.
Yeah, we all have those.
And if he actually ate better and drank water and cut out sugar and all of that, he would have the more defined abs. And that was with surgery. The second guy just had the stomach like a woman's BBL stomach.
The hard ones?
I don't know if it was hard. It just looked like chewing gum.
A stomach looking like chewing gum is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have ever felt a woman after she's had the surgery, but it's her stomach is so hard.
And not
move
all.
Her navel or something.
There are some people that have been afforded surgeries that look natural, and far be it for me or Tanjareen to ever judge anything that anybody does for their own personal happiness.
Who are you? I'm not judging. I'm just saying it feels hard. I know there's some where there's just injections or stuffing it here. But
is that what you do? You knock on women's stomachs like you just did?
I touched it on accident. If you hug somebody.
You did this.
That's what I did one time when I was, I think I was helping somebody fasten their clothes or something.
Okay.
And then I was just like thinking that I was hitting a button and I was like, what is this? And then I knocked on it because I was like,
who
am
answered?
I tripping? The surgeon.
Hey, get up out of here. We good over here.
So that's when somebody explained to me that that's what it feels like when they get that done.
The person that you knocked on their stomach, bless you,
Thank you,
literally said that's what they feel like?
No, I had to ask somebody else. I didn't know what I was feeling at the time.
I'll tell you what I miss seeing. I miss seeing people get their stomachs upside down. Now that seemed to do some help for people.
That?
In the early 2000s, there were several people that I saw get their stomachs reshape. Like they turn their stomach upside down to where everything they ate, they might eat like a walnut size amount of food, and they stay smaller.
I never heard of that. I know people were getting it
like a band on their thing,
getting it closed off so they couldn't eat a lot. But I didn't know people were turning it upside down.
Yeah.
Oh, she knocked on the stomach. That's crazy. I did, but I didn't know what I was doing at first. Bless you. Thank you, Ashley. LOL, he's something else. But does a tummy tuck unbig the back? And those BMs kept the money for the kids. Ah, touche. He probably was not giving them anything.
Let me tell you something about having a big back. I think it's two completely different things. Like when you got a big back as a man, it's like, yo, all right, this guy's clutch. This dude can lift some stuff. As a woman, you got a big back. Well, never mind.
You was really on a roll, baby. You changed your mind?
I realized what I was about to say.
The real you was about to say something?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, never
small
mind.
backs. What's up with the small backs?
Are you making a preference?
Of what I like?
Mm-hmm.
I just love women. I don't really care about the stuff that a lot of people care about. I can find something attractive on any woman, except that one woman. And do not say who it is, but the woman that started that, that whole thing.
That started what?
That movement. You better not say the name.
The hashtag movement.
Hey, yo. When I tell you respectfully, I've tried. I'm like,
oh, you wild as heck for bringing her up. Oh, okay.
I was scrolling on Instagram and I woke up yesterday and they had a picture of the queen and I was like, let's keep scrolling.
I like that you called her a queen.
Yeah. I'm talking about, I've seen people with issues on the street and been able to be like, now that, I bet you that was a beautiful one.
Essels is trying to guess. The lift woman?
Yeah, I'm not going to let y'all guess either.
keep guessing.
Even if y'all are right, I'm not going to indulge.
Roderick, Tanjareen, and CT. Side note, I apologize for advertising on your 100th episode post. Please take care and stay safe. Okay, I forgive you, Roderick.
Thanks.
He was just showing me something on his YouTube page, and I told him it was spam. But I did look at it and give him some feedback.
Nice.
That one's a tough sale. I haven't seen the lift woman. Now I got to check her out. Is he talking about the girl who looked like KRS-One? And she started at OnlyFans. Are you talking about the lift lady or the KRS-One lady? Who started it? Okay, what's up, CT? I ain't saying nothing. It's a podcast. You got to talk.
What Autumn talking about? What she said?
She said about the meme. Yeah, he's being pimped and probably has a male BBL as well. And this seems like a business opportunity. Maybe call it a no walls, all balls home services. No walls, all balls.
You know what's wild is the world would judge men harshly for getting any type of cosmetic surgery on their bodies anyway. Case in point, Kendrick Lamar making light of alleged surgeries from Drake, said that he had, a tuck or lipo or something like that. And now he's getting made fun of. And now the world is joining in, singing along with it. It's unfair, man.
Also, whenever they post men getting hair units or locks that are made out of, that are all fake, you guys are really, not you guys, but men are really made fun of. And
they are. It's like you can't win. And this goes to everybody. I think it's a double standard, but I realize that's the reason it's a double standard. Men and women cannot win. If you are big or fat, they call you big or fat and chubby and say you need to lose weight. If you lose the weight, they say you look weird, skinny, you got a big head, or they say, yo, you got on that table, you should have got on that table. Real men don't do that. Or you should have just done it the healthy way, ladies. Or if a woman gets horrible wigs, we comment on it. And if a man gets he gets no action because he has a bald head, women say, oh, I don't really like bald men. And he goes to get the man unit. And it's like, you got a man unit, I don't like. So nobody could ever win. So it's best, because people can't win, it's best to do what makes you happy. Because they're going to hate you anyway.
That's a word. I have a question. We watched pay-per-view WWE on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
There was a very popular person that was in a wrestling match that had a huge bald spot. He was a male.
John Cena.
Was he made fun of at all?
Yes.
In a lot of memes.
He's been getting made fun of for that bald spot for a long time. He's even joined in on it.
But I mean, for this particular Saturday, that was the biggest I'd ever seen it. He almost looked like Wolverine because it was so much hair on the sides and nothing in the front. And I was wondering if anybody.
He just somebody else is made fun of it apparently.
I was wondering if everybody cut him slack because he's a guy, or was he?
They cut him slack with that because the moment after the bald spot got more headlines.
Right.
Yeah, no.
And I feel like if a woman was out there with that much of a bald spot, nothing could have outshadowed that.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. There are women we've seen with these crazy wigs, and we've never seen their real hair, and we won't, because they know that would get a lot of conversations started.
Yeah. And also because men are very visual and women want to make sure that they look a certain way for men.
But let them say it. It ain't for the men.
Yeah, it's not for them. It's I don't know who's getting dressed for a man. Napalm says the lift lady that needed forks on that lift. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, no.
But
And here's what's funny. She does have an OnlyFans. Talking about the very large woman that sued Lyft because they weren't accommodating to her size.
Oh, okay.
And apparently she does have an OnlyFans. I have not paid that queen much attention outside of seeing a couple of clips, but I don't believe she's unattractive in the face.
Okay. And being bigger or smaller doesn't make you attractive. So
no,
I get it.
Right.
I heard a woman tell a guy at a bar to take a flight to Turkey.
Oh, to get that hairline fixed. Get the hairline fixed, or get that hair in general fixed. Interesting you bring up Turkey.
Okay.
When I was out of town in the Middle East a couple of months ago,
Light flex.
On the flight, there were at least 9 guys that I saw had that surgery, and they were like, you know what the surgery looked like. It's kind of like one of those things where I can't describe it to you, but you know it when you see it.
The hairline surgery?
Not just hairline, like their head.
Okay, but not the body.
No, just their hair. They went over there to get their hairline and hair fixed. Like they had bald spots, they probably got it filled in. But the thing is, when you get that surgery, they got to cut into your head. And sometimes they're placing fibers or hair follicles into your head so they can grow. And realistically, you're supposed to stay over there for an amount of time for it to start growing back. A lot of these dudes look like they went over there, got their head cut open, and got on the flight back.
Yeah, you don't get that much time off work. You can't, you got to get back to work. Good point about the lift lady. Lexi Lex says, first of all, she wasn't accommodating to herself. She could have ordered an XL. It's a good point.
Yeah, that's true. But let's think about seats. Let's think about seats.
Okay.
If you get into a Lyft or an Uber XL, it's going to be an SUV. No car has a bench seat. However, seats do have the XL. They do have the armrests that come up. So maybe.
Yeah, I think for sure you know what you need as a person. You know what size you need. If you need a bigger car, you order a bigger car.
Yeah.
I get that. I was told men are supposed to provide and take action. So by them taking shortcuts is the reason why men get made fun of. Work to the goal. Now I'm talking and I haven't started working out yet. I appreciate the honesty, Aaron. I appreciate the input and the honesty. Let me read one
I wasn't
more.
taught to provide. I saw my parents be in relationships where everything was a partnership, where everything was 50-50. My mom, when she dated and when she got married, they both contributed to the bills. My dad, when he married my stepmom, they both contributed to the bills. I think that it is a luxury if you have a man or a woman that fully provides the bills.
It is a luxury.
It's not something that should ever be, and this is what it's gonna be. It's like, what? Even if you find somebody to go 50% with you, do you understand that is 50% less that you have to spend on bills than you had to before you got with that person? I think people don't understand that.
That reminds me, a friend of ours called me on the phone. He lives on the East Coast and he wanted my opinion. So I'll ask it to you and to CT. He was living with a young lady And the young lady had a child from a previous relationship that he would assume the role of helping to provide for, and had gone really close with the young lady and the child, even to the point where when he thought he wanted to break up with the young lady, he was like, but I don't want to let the child down. So he stayed longer than he probably wanted to. And then when he was really ready to leave and move out, the woman said, hey, if you move out, you still need to pay half of the bills for us because we're used to you paying half of the bills. So you need to pay half the rent and make sure, we're good over here. So he called to ask my opinion. He was like, you're a woman, you might not think like most women. Please tell me, what do you think? If I'm leaving her and I've moved out, do I need to still send her money for my half of the bills like I was doing when I was there? And I was like, did you have your name on the lease? He said, no. I said, did you move into this place that you chose? Like, did you guys go apartment hunting together and pick this place together and put your income amounts on the application together and then say, this is what we can afford? He said, no. And I said, well, then, why would you think that you are responsible for it? When you break up with somebody, you break up with somebody. But what is your opinion?
These are great questions that you asked them. I would have said similar things, and I would have said, one, let me say this. Let's go back to the beginning of him taking care of her and her child financially, paying all these bills. Maybe a conversation can exist in the future circumstances. This is his personality. If he meets another woman with a kid, maybe he says, hey, I'm coming in, I'm going to pay X, Y, and Z. Do me a favor. The money that you were paying before I got here, which is 100%, save 50% of that. Put it to the side because I don't want you to ever be fully dependent on me. That's one. Two, let's go fast forward because that didn't happen. He paid for this thing. She's surprised. She may not have the money for that next month. As a gentleman, maybe you say, I'm going to pay up the bills for the next 2 or 3 months. After that, you're on your own.
It's very nice.
That way, that gives her the 90 days to get it together.
Right. So let me see what you guys are saying, and then I'll tell you the rest of what I told him.
But also to not be married, and that's not my kid. What were you doing? But keep going.
So we've been watching Love is Blind season 8. Should there have been a prenup for rentals? Is there such thing? Or we make a decision in writing, like when I leave, this is what is yours, this is what is mine.
Prenups make sense. Only people who get offended by prenups are people that either A, are broke, or B, are people that aren't fully committed anyway. Because if you fully committed and you don't see yourself breaking up with this person, yeah, I'll sign it. I'll sign a letter that says I'll run butt naked through town square. I'm not breaking up with you, so it don't matter. You know what I mean?
That's right, baby. Lexi Lex says the audacity of some of these women. Why is she entitled for him to do anything other than peacefully move out and go on with his life? Touche. Guy Trip, what up, Domingo? He says, when you move out as a fella, make sure your sugar mama handles all your calls with your ex. I like that, Guy Trip. Autumn Reed says, no, absolutely not. He only needs to cover his portion for the last month he was there. So if he breaks up with her on the 3 of 10, he pay on March 10th, he pays March, and that's it. I love it that she always gives us a statistic.
That still gives her the rest of the month to figure it out.
That does. But I think what you said was really sweet too, to do 2 extra months.
Well, because that's just, if he's in a position to be able to do that, I'm only looking at it from the circumstance of her having a kid. If it was just him and her, meaning the man and the woman, and he moved out, then it's like, hey, good for you, baby girl, good luck. But the fact that there's a kid involved, I'm kind of partial to the kid.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, she's 6 or 7 years old, if that matters to anybody.
The child?
Yeah. Yes, obviously. Green Ranger
I would hope. You don't know what's going on in these streets.
Green Ranger says if she needed him to pay them bills, then maybe she should have been nicer. Oh, okay. Autumn Reed says, yes, there is a relationship contract, and usually you only see it when one person is significantly wealthier than the other.
Yeah.
We saw that. Speaking of, was it John Cena and Bella?
Yeah, Nikki
Bella.
Back then.
He had a whole long contract before he would let her move into his amazing mansion. And she
estate at that point.
Yeah, and she was very hesitant to sign it.
He got married after that.
I know, which is crazy. I don't know if you guys watched Total Divas, but it was the reality show about the female wrestlers of WWE, and a lot of them were dating the actual male wrestlers. So I was really into it, and it's what also solidified my love for watching WWE now, because I didn't watch it as a child.
She also got married.
But it's funny because that was a constant thing that John Cena and Nikki Bella didn't agree on. She really wanted to be married and have kids, and he was like, no, I will not give you that. If that's important to you, then we don't need to be together.
He didn't want kids.
I don't want kids, and he'd already been married, right?
He'd already been married.
And he was like, I'm not getting married again. I've already done it, and I'm not having kids. If that's important to you, we're not going to be able to do this. And she finally said, okay, it's not important to me. Let's get together. And she moved in for a while. They still ended up breaking up, and it's just interesting to see that he is now married.
He got married. She got married. She ended up having a kid that she wanted. And her husband, unfortunately, things didn't work out because of violence. And they are divorced now. But John is still married.
So was it under a 2-year marriage?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. But I do know it's unfortunate to hear about that happening with them. And, you know, I grew up watching Saved by the Bell, so I still wanted them to be together. John and Nikki.
Yes. I remember Total Divas. I remember the Bella Twins for that show. Exactly. Is this live? Is it live?
They live.
Yes, it is. Fight Club. What up?
I
heard Cena is a heel in real life, man. Is that what you heard? Maven said so.
Oh, I got to watch that episode of the YouTube channel.
And they gave you props earlier about the clips. They said clips are so good that it does make you want to watch the full episode. They said these clips are good enough to make people want to watch. And they said the Before the Bell clips are good enough to make people want to watch too.
Thank you so much.
And I agree. Before the Bell is already just a great podcast, whether you watch the clips or the full
Very
episode.
nice of you to say.
All right. Let's see. I told my wife if we were to divorce, I will hold her down for a year. But ain't no divorce happening. I'm running from signing papers. Got you. So to conclude the story, the guy, what you about to say?
Good for him. What are you about to say?
So much you're holding back on, babe. Say it.
That's what keeps us together.
Yes, but you've already told everyone that you're unhappy, so you might as well say what you're going to say.
What's the shrug? I said it with no shrug.
This is called the Tanjareen Shrug. You named it.
Yeah.
You want to say something?
I'm sorry to step on what you were saying.
So in the story, the gentleman who asked for my advice on whether or not he should pay for the bills now that he's moved out, and I asked him, did you guys pick out the place together? He said, no. He said, but she was breaking up with somebody when they were getting together. And she said she wanted a new start when my friend was about to move in with her. So she moved into an apartment that was in her same building that cost the same amount as what she was in before. It's not like she got a bigger space or anything. Same amount in the same building, just so she can have a new space with this new relationship. So for that reason, still my friend's name is not on the lease or any of the paperwork. But for that reason, he was wondering, does that mean she's right and I do owe her for the months that I'm not there?
So her name was on the lease of the other one?
On everything.
I'm sorry, with the other guy that she was with before him?
Oh, I don't know if his name was on it at all. I just know that she wanted a new space.
What was your answer?
New energy. I said what you said. I said, well, if you want to give her a couple of months just to be nice and to get her used to it, great. But you don't owe her anything. And you've already stayed there longer than you wanted to stay.
I'm also still gonna smash for the next 2 months. Like so now you taking care of the next 2 months. But I'm also gonna smash.
But y'all are broken up.
Yeah.
So you're gonna smash other people too.
Yeah, but if they not around, come and
Are you bringing the other people back home with you?
How many bedrooms they got?
I hope
It's a kid lives there. A kid lives there.
But people be smashing with their kid in the other room. That's what they do.
I don't have any children. I can't judge what people do with their kids in the house.
Right.
Other than drugs or violence.
But if you were in his situation and the kid had their own room, would you bring
someone else other than his mom home to smash? No.
His mom. Well, she's at work. The girl you broke up with is at work.
No.
Kids at preschool.
No.
Or first grade.
No.
Okay. That's nice.
A kid being in a... Do you remember being a kid?
I put the kid in school.
No.
So now you got the house to yourself and you know what time everybody gets home.
No. It's too dangerous.
Okay, just checking.
Too dangerous. Just go get the room, man.
Now you're spending money.
Right?
Might as well move out. It's too costly. The Tanjareen shrug should definitely be a new Discord emoji. You guys, I do have my own emojis in my Discord, and the shrug is there, but it's like this.
Hey, who's to say what happiness is? Huh? Who's to say it?
Whoever's not happy, apparently.
Peace is the new happiness.
What's happening right now? Oh, so for anybody who actually watched all the way to the 54th minute, we'll see that he's saying something different now.
All I said was, who's to say what happiness is? We make it, We make our own happiness. Thank you for making an avocado toast this morning. You cooked.
I did cook because I know that's important to you.
I want to make that. I want to give you your credit when you do things like that. You cooked for me. You also made some tacos last week. So thank you.
You're welcome. And what I wanted to say, and we now have 3 people in the green room, so we're going to get to them and then we're going to end the episode because we're running out of time. And I didn't even go to the other memes, but I will say the reason that this show is beneficial is because this is therapy for us. We've talked about things, we've complained about things, we've had our gripes, but then we also work on them after the show. So when I say like, oh, I miss when you do this, or I used to do that, he'll do it. Like, we had so much quality time this weekend because it was something we had talked about on the show that, you know, was something I looked forward to. And he was like, hey, I got an idea. You want to do this, and this weekend? I was like, absolutely. And because he's always saying, you know, you don't cook enough in the middle of these episodes, I made sure to go and get the things he needed. Because remember, he said, I got the taco meat, but he didn't get the rest of the stuff. I went and got the rest of the stuff. I made tacos, and I was offering the tacos a couple more times, but you came home with food from other places.
We came home with food from a couple more places. It wasn't just me.
And
I'll take some more tacos tonight.
And this morning, got up and made him some breakfast before we did the show. Well, brunch, because it's later.
The key to it, fellas, don't have no notes on the food either, because that's another thing that'll stop something. You'd be like, yeah, you know, I don't know if you remember, I'm allergic to shellfish, but don't let that stop you from cooking. Put that shrimp in the tacos. I don't care as long as you cook.
You have always been very honest about my cooking since the beginning. And what he'll do is, if I made him a plate of food, it's back when we were living in the other house, he'll just leave on the plate what he doesn't like. So I'm like, okay, got it. Mental note. It doesn't make me stop cooking. It makes me realize, oh, he didn't like that. Then I might ask, what didn't you like about it? And he'll say, oh, this or that. But now I know he doesn't like rice, or he doesn't like the texture of this, that, and the other. So certain things I've learned that he does not like. But if it's something I actually cook that I seasoned that he just doesn't like, that he normally would like, then I would like him to tell me so that I can make it better next time. So did you bring that up because there's some notes you wanted to give me on today's food?
I was just saying in general.
Okay.
Like, for example, I remember one Thanksgiving you made greens, and I was like, man, these greens are great. And then the next year you made the greens, and I was like, oh, these greens are amazing. And I immediately knew what was wrong with the year before's greens. I was like, oh, last year's greens were too seasoned. Like, what do you call it? Like, maybe they were stronger. And I was like, oh, wouldn't have known that was because they still tasted great.
Well, thank you for that feedback so many years later.
No, I'm just giving an example.
I appreciate your
I like to talk about greens. You know?
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who's in the green room. What went on the tacos, Callie Grown? You know I'm vegetarian, you guys. I'm plant-based. So I make it with a plant-based type of protein. And then, you know, lettuce, tomato, guacamole, salsa. I don't think I even gave you tomatoes because you haven't been liking tomatoes lately.
I love tomatoes on it. I just don't like onions. I don't want nothing. I don't want no onions in it. And I don't like spicy.
Gorilla Tap, who's married, says never comment on the foods.
Never.
I don't mind it. Like, he started off with that. Like, he would literally be like, just leaving it on the plate. And I was like, all right.
That's not commenting though.
Yeah, but then I'll have to ask, like, hey, what didn't you like about it? Before, if it wasn't a food that I didn't know about. But how do you cook avocado toast? My mom asked. Because I put scrambled cheesy eggs on it and veggie bacon, and then I put the avocado on top, and then I season it with a few different spices and some what's it called? Love. And then I drizzle it with this really tasty oil. So that's how I cook it.
So good.
Thank you, baby.
You gave me enough pieces too. You know?
Thank you. Roderick said, like, in living color, y'all still together. Thank you, Roger. All right, let's go to these people in here. Oh, one more real quick, because they always like to comment on this. It's really—
We're not breaking up. I mean, here's the thing, man. I was giving her too much of my time.
Is there any other reason that we're not breaking up?
That's pretty much that. Too much of my time. You think I can leave this type of investment so she can go into her next relationship with no notes? Audacity.
Do you still feel like we are in an unhappy marriage?
Oh, that really got you. Sometimes stuff like that gets there for dramatic effect. If I was unhappy, I wouldn't be here. But you know what? I see that made you feel some way. And I would like to say that I'm sorry.
I accept your apology, Clayton Thomas.
Thank you. Didn't have to think about it. Didn't have to say, just wanted to give you that. What's the meme that you want to read?
55 minutes to give it to me, though.
Well, I didn't know it really affected you until
why wouldn't it affect me that my husband, who I'm about to spend an 11-year anniversary celebration with, would
don't
tell
remind
me,
11 years, I got to think of something else.
And these are the
something else
responses
to
I
make you
get.
happy.
When you don't. That's what I keep saying. I don't need you to give me things. We spend time together.
What do you need? She needs. What?
You're making all this stress on yourself. I don't need anything. I hope whoever saw the beginning of the episode makes it to the end. Is all I'm going to say.
They're still here. Lexi Lex.
I'm talking about
Reed,
anybody who watches the replay.
Green
These are our tried and true. But the people who watch later.
Let me tell you something. I don't really care about the casual viewer. I only care about the people who are there for everything. I've never been a fan of having fair weather fans. You know what I mean? And y'all aren't fans. Y'all are literally family. I'm talking about like fans, because I do have fans, and those people who are my fans, I don't hold a lot of credit, because fans are fair weather. You do something that they don't like one time, or you say something that they don't like one time, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like this guy," or I hate this person. It's like, oh, I'll never give attention to fans. I only give credit and attention to people that are genuinely on my squad and support me and treat me like a little better than a human being. I don't want to be treated like a human being. You know what I mean? Treat me a little bit better than a human being. Got it.
Green Ranger says, every time you guys come back every week, the liquor cabinet gets bigger. Laughing emojis.
We don't even drink.
I almost said I did say this to CT, that I want to come help us drink this liquor party where we just watch like old black movies like Life or Boomerang or Harlem Nights and just drink what we have, because he and I don't drink, and it'll just be there until the next event so that they can drink it, which I think is my idea. All right, this one is what?
I don't want that many more people in the house anymore. I told you. You know what did it?
Be a lot of people.
What was the last time I was like, I think I'm done? I think it was it Christmas or was it New Year?
I thought it was just this Super Bowl when old girl did what old girl did.
Yeah, that was so bad. Super Bowl to me was a great time having people around, but it made me say, I'm done. No more large gatherings.
But it's funny because we said no more large gatherings a couple parties ago, but then when you named off everybody you invited,
I mean it this time.
And then you named more people you invited, and then people came at the door that I was like, this wasn't even on his list.
I mean it this time.
Then the person who brought the problem person got invited to wrestling on Saturday. I'm like, why do you keep giving this person another chance?
Oh, it wasn't his fault. It was her fault.
But he should know better.
He just started dating her.
I
told him not to date her. I told him not to date her.
All right. We got to go. Y'all ain't drinking that? Let me and Gorilla come for a drink. There you go, Jazzy. There you go. Okay, last one. 6 brown chicks, relationships. Let me know what you think. His baby mama is incarcerated for a financial error that cost her former boss $150,000. He told me that she'll be there for a while, but I need to focus on what we've got going on in the meantime. I did my research and found her name. I wrote to her. Dang, while she was in jail. He was trying to get serious with me, and I wanted to know their status. Baby, she made the error, quote unquote, to give him money to open a music studio. He bought a car instead and is now broke. Their son is in the custody of the state because he reported he's unable to care for him. He never put money on her books, so I did. Aw, I visit her. She writes beautiful short stories about our new friendship, sisterhood, and the female tribe. I do my best to make her life comfortable while her child's father is in the streets. I date him to keep her in the loop about his other hustles. She gets released in 2027, and I low-key fell in love with her.
I knew it was coming.
I'm not a lesbian,
yes, you
are.
But
I want this woman in my life. Am I crazy? Advice. Wow.
Here's the thing.
You saw it coming.
I did see it coming, but also this man can't help but win.
Because now he has 2 women that he can
easily.
Have a
when she gets out of prison, she's going to him. And the other woman is already dating him. So he has the perfect scenario. Oh my God.
So there's nothing wrong with this. So she should just go ahead and admit it to him. I've been holding your lady down.
Why not? It's not like he about to be mad at her. He got a car already. Let me tell you something, man.
He's not even taking care of their child. The child is a ward of the state.
I mean, somebody got to take that L. But here's what I think. I'm going to take that L. That's the dream of most men. You got 2 women and you just sit down.
And why is that the dream? Why do so many men want 2 women?
I can't speak for most men, but I can say that 2 different people have 2 completely different personalities. They share a common goal, you as the man, and then hopefully if their personalities are so cool, they can be friends. And then you're like, oh, I have no stress. Hey, babe, I'm about to go see X. Hey, X, I'm about to be with babe. Talk to you soon. I'll see you later. Bam.
Okay. Now, in this scenario, everybody's getting along well. One of them cooks, one of them cleans. They both know how your body likes to be touched.
Nobody said anything about chores. I'm just talking about relationships. You talking about living together? You taught me out of that 10 years ago.
Well, listen.
Okay,
I'm giving you a scenario.
Okay, I'm listening.
Everything is going great with babe 1 and babe 2, your sister wives, your sister girlfriends. Does a man in this scenario with this happiness still go out and get a third, slip up in the streets after the club? Does he still go and cheat on these 2 women that he's happily with? No.
I think you pretty plugged with the 2. And this is what I mean.
Okay.
I've always been somebody that when I go to that slot machine and I win, I'm out. I'm not about to spend the money that I just won.
Me too.
If I won $100, I won $100. I'm back in the room. I'm not about to flip it. I'm out. So in my mind, you got 2 women that are cool with each other and they both love you. I'm sitting down.
Okay. You won.
You won.
Jackpot.
Come on now.
I like that.
What are we talking about?
I like that.
Now, if we're talking about somebody from the past that they want a good old rump and a pump, then you definitely that in a different situation.
Wait, what you mean? Somebody from the past for you or for them?
For you. Like you said, you about to go into the club and try and find some new ones. You be like, nah, I think I'm pretty plugged over here.
Oh, but if somebody that you already smashed comes back into your life.
Yeah, I think that's different. But you don't go looking for that. You don't go looking for, hey, is anybody out there? Somebody?
But is there a world where the girl from the past comes back and you're like, nah, baby, I'm plugged. I already got the jackpot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. If you got somebody from the past and they like, hey, what's cracking? You're like, if you could have come back 2 months ago, you would have been in luck. But I'm pretty plugged right now.
Okay, good to know.
You said this to me yesterday. You were like, we were in the car driving, and you were like, yeah. Because you said something, I was like, I'm pretty plugged right now. I'm pretty good. You're like, no, you could always use some more girls. I'm like,
oh, I said you can never have enough hoes.
Yeah, I was I'm pretty plugged right now. I'm pretty content in my life. I'm not, I'm good.
I'm here for you, whatever.
You know?
Girl, let's have some. I'm going to need that story later.
What
talking
story?
about the food. CT is loving the memory of how good the food was. CT, somebody also wanted to remind you that old girl is in prison for a reason. So that's a good point.
But what though?
Right. So maybe she's going to come out upset. That's a good point.
If it's like wire fraud, nothing to do with violence. If it's something violent, was it against a woman or a man?
Either way, you got both in this scenario. So does it matter?
Yeah, I'm not a woman.
So you don't care if the other girl gets beat with you?
What? I mind my business, bro.
That is your business because you got these 2 women going against each other because one was nosy enough to write a letter to the one in prison like, hey, what's really going on with y'all?
Say what you just said.
One was nosy enough.
To do what?
To write the one in prison to see what was going on.
Don't sound like the woman in prison wrote the letter.
But she started writing back.
I mean, she's not rude. She ain't got nobody to talk to.
She's trying to get a piece of that prison cat, LOL.
Oh my God. Prison cat is a funny name.
Keeping the baby daddy close so she can get with her. That is crazy. Any random woman I'm putting money on when she's in the bin is living in hotels for the next 2 years when she gets out. Compromise. Why? Why she gotta live in a hotel? I don't understand, Jasmine.
I remember Tanjareen told me years ago, I had this great idea. I was like, yo, what if I get another girl and we all live together? She was like, oh, let's talk about it. And I was like, all right. And she was like, okay, let's think about this. Where is she going to sleep? In our bed? And I was like, nah, that's not really enough space. And I like that. I like how we plug right now, how we sleep. That's pretty cool. She was like, okay, great. So she'll be in another room. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, what if she's messy? What if she's dirty as far as like, leaves messes all over the place? What if she leaves dishes in the sink? What if her hygiene isn't like ours? Right? What if the stuff that she uses smells differently and you got to deal with somebody? We do. We take a lot of showers. We got to deal with her body chemistry. What if the food that she eats isn't what we eat and it's occupying the same space in the refrigerator? I'm like, okay, yeah. And she was like, and what if she's super loud? Like she's playing a whole bunch of super loud music that you're not into and all of that. And I was like, man. And then she was like, now let's think about grocery shopping. Let's think about shopping for things that we need at one of these big retailers that we're not going to say the name because we just boycotted some stuff. And I was like, man, I didn't think about that. She was like, nobody thinks about it. She said, what about parking? What if, and this is when we were still in the apartment.
Yeah,
she was
where's
like,
this bitch gonna put her car?
Where's she gonna put her car? About parking passes, all of this stuff. She was like, what about holidays? I was like, oh my goodness. I had never thought about any of those things practically. So
because guys just be wanting to smash as many people as I can smash.
Yeah. So I came up with a solution. Well, she stay where she stay. Now what's up?
Tanjareen truck.
You know?
Gorilla Tap says he wants the Super Bowl story. We got you. We're going to dinner with Gorilla Tap in April. Excited about that. I can't wait to see Gorilla Tap. Yeah, I can't wait to meet a Mrs. Gorilla Tap. Autumn Reed says the new girl is going to eliminate the baby daddy before prison chick gets released. New girl gonna make sure there's no competition. She's in love with the prison girl though. No roommates, just smash friends that come by and they leave after. Cali grown, shut up. All right, here we go. Quickly, we're gonna get through these people that have been patiently waiting. You click the button, baby.
So when we bring y'all in, just tell us your name, where you from, and what your question is. Because I've already held up Tanjareen's schedule. It's my fault. I'm taking the. What up? Unmute yourself.
I just realized I was muted. Hey y'all, hey. I'm Ashley, Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey y'all, hey. So my question is, my question is, for y'all's 11th anniversary that is coming up, what would you say are the 3 things that you see yourself doing in celebration or the anticipation of celebrating y'all's anniversary?
Not spending money, apparently, is number one. Apparently sitting here eating ramen noodles and telling each other how much we love each other and watching something on a streaming site that we've already paid for the month.
I would do something that would make her smile. Those are my 3. I want to do 3 things that would make her smile and be glad that we did them. Preferably something we hadn't done before, and a gift to her that she genuinely enjoys, uses, and appreciates.
Well, thank you, baby. But you don't have to buy me anything ever again.
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time.
And I'm not buying you anything ever again.
That works.
So
you know why that works?
Stay home and
we've been
streaming
together for so long. We've gotten each other everything 4 times.
We don't need anything else.
Let me tell you something. When your mom got me some Reese cups, I was like, thank you. But I think I've had enough of these for the rest of my life. So then go back to you getting me the pajamas, fire pajamas. But I was like, I think I'm all pajamaed out. I got enough pajamas.
No.
And then like for you, it was like you kind of chose the better thing to want, because it's like you can never run out of getting somebody experiences. And that's not something that I want. But for you, we can always find a new experience. You know what I'm saying?
I do love experiences.
Yeah. So that's the answer to your question, Ashley.
Thank you, Ashley. You been good?
Yes. I'm glowing up. I'm almost completed with my vision board, and I took upon myself to go. I'm finally signing up to go to therapy because somebody, I was going through some stuff, and I finally kind of admitted but I am doing very, 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 very well. And I finally opened up a merch store for my podcast. So
congratulations.
I'm excited. Congratulations on the therapy. That's the most important, because mental, spiritual gets you through everything else. Congratulations on the podcast store as well. The link is in my Discord in the shameless plug. I'm sure it's also on her Instagram. Her name is right there on the screen. Her Cash App is there conveniently as well. And thank you so much. I'm really happy for you, Ashley. You look great. You're beautiful.
And I've been buying flowers too. So this is the update of my flowers that I've been buying. Thank you to Miss Tanjareen. So Yeah. So you guys got a list. So I just came to say hello, how y'all. I love you guys. I miss you guys, and thank you for just being such a really motivating spirit for me, especially for like really continuing to believe that there is love out there, and just definitely reminding that I should not be rushing time because And
It's all good. We will have more time with you next week. We had an argument that threw us off today, so we will talk soon.
Bye, Ashley and Elise.
Bye.
Next, coming in, the legendary the King Tay. What's up, Playboy?
Hey.
What's going on, y'all? First things first, Cobra Tay, Baltimore, Maryland. Question for y'all is how about for y'all 11th anniversary, y'all both go laser tagging since when we did it was so fun.
It was very fun, laser tag.
Oh.
It was very fun. And that I'm so glad you did that, Tay. I'm so glad you said that to make her say what? Because last night I was singing this song, I Believe in Miracles. I thought the lyric was Wave Rock. I thought it was I Believe in Miracles. Wave Rock, right? You sexy thing. And then Tanjareen was like, are you saying Wave Rock? And I was like, yeah, Wave Rock is the lyric.
And then you changed it to, it's probably Wade Rock.
Yeah, it's probably Wave Rock. And she's like, it's where you from? And I was like, what? I've always thought Wave Rock sounded kind of dumb, but I didn't know. Googled it, is where you're from. You sexy thing. So
also the other song before that, when we were in the car.
What song was that?
We were singing something about
Donnell Jones. I'd rather leave than achieve is what I thought it was. He's like, Donnell Jones, he's like, where I want to be, I'd rather leave. I thought it was then achieve. And I always hated that lyric because it never made sense. She was like, because that's not the lyric. It was rather leave than to cheat. And I was like, that makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense.
Never knew you thought that's what they were saying, which is hilarious.
But the wild thing is, you saying to what he just said, I heard him perfectly. He said laser tag. But for lyrics, with a lot of artists that make these songs, and I didn't understand what half of these people were saying, but then you got somebody like Tanjareen or BT Kingsley that knows lyrics to so many songs that I'm like, oh, they didn't speak clear enough for me, you know? Yeah. But yeah, so that would be a good idea, Tay, but thank you, man.
I'm doing real great. I got my second behind the wheel training this Saturday. I got 2 more to go after this. So the license is steady coming. And CT, brother, you gotta check your cash app, bro.
Oh man, I appreciate that, bro.
Nice. Appreciate you.
You gotta check that cash
app. You up.
That's a fact. You know what I'm talking about?
And it says OTC, hashtag Team CT and Tanjareen. What's OTC?
You tell me.
Come on, it's the only tribal chief.
Oh, I know that. I thought it meant something different.
I thought it was original tribal chief.
Well, you got to keep up with the storyline. Hey, Cobra.
Okay.
Also, let me say this. Cobra Tay just sent me a crazy amount. Thank you, brother. I see what you're doing out here. Let me also say from last week, thank you to Guy Tripp. Thank you to Antonio M. White Jr. as well, because I did not get a chance to say you guys' name before, and the one that I missed before that was Antonio White Jr. from January, Guy Tripp from January, and Autumn Reed. But King Tay, Cobra Tay, appreciate you, brother. Y'all here doing your thing.
Thank you. Also, Antonio M. White Jr. sent me money, but he does it. I think he watches the replay, and that's why we're not able to thank him live. So for last week, Antonio White Jr., these kisses are just for you. Thank you for sowing seeds onto this tangerine tree.
Give Tay a kiss for me, because I ain't, because I don't kiss dudes.
You do hugs.
Yeah.
You do the let me hug you. This one was in the gym, and now can't hear the end of it.
It's not about hear the end of it. My
Thank you, Cobra Tay. We love you. We'll see you next episode. And also when you come out here in May. And maybe our 11th anniversary will be part of the team takeover this time.
That would be dope.
Bye.
Peace.
Next up, before we get out of here, let's look at the comments. Cobra Tay. Cobra Tay. Nice going, Tay. Jordan Taylor says. And Green Ranger is agreeing with you. He says, I'm the exact same way CT. Lexi is constantly correcting me on song lyrics, LMAO.
Yeah.
Y'all just be making up stuff.
I mean, Wave Rock
Made no sense.
Could have fit.
No. It's the same thing with, what's that say?
Tub Thumping by Chubawaka. Well, that's a different artist. I don't know who that brother is, but I'm sure that I understand what he means, sentiment-wise.
I don't know what that is. Might be able to tag in the comments. Mobile is ass. Oh, sorry. All right, here we go. Ashy camera is crazy. Yeah, he said your camera was ashy, bro. All right, last person. Highlights desktop. Will or without the jazzy. Oh, he's teaching you. What's up, JG? All right, here we go. Let's welcome them to the show. Oh, look how cute.
Look at them.
Hi, it's Mr. and Mrs. Guy Tripp. What up?
Did you cut your hair? Looks like you cut your hair because you got the hat on.
How can you tell?
Well, I'm wearing a hat because underneath it, I look like a Thundercat that just recently returned from battle. You know,
that's why my hat is
wild. You know, it's you know, yeah. And I didn't quite. I won, but I didn't win. You know, just like, you know, I caught something.
All right. So, where are you located, and what would you like to say about relationships, both of you?
We located on the island of Oahu, Hawaii.
Hawaii. We're almost local now.
Yeah.
Almost. So Hawaii. All right. The W's and V's. Hawaii. We've learned that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you like to say about relationships, you two?
Well, first off, if anybody's waving a rock in the air, you need to run. Any kind of rock, you know, I mean, whether it's a rock or a crack rock, you know, if you see any rock waved in the air, you need to go. You know, you just turn around and go. First off.
Where are you from?
Where we from? Miami.
No, that's
the song lyric.
Okay, yeah, that too. That too. But yeah, if you see a rock waving, yeah, any kind, in a glass or in a hand, you need to go.
Good advice. Thank you.
Good piece of advice.
Okay, but I just want to say quickly that it was his birthday that just passed, and you know, being a married couple for as long as
Monday.
Yeah.
No, what day is that? Is that the 3rd?
March 3rd.
Yep.
You gotta put that in the calendar.
Know.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Happy birthday, guys!
Thank you. Well, I made a whole video about it on my YouTube page, Domingo Trip. I've never plugged it in. This is the first time, so you know you might want to check that out.
Okay, Domingo Trip is your YouTube page.
I gotta go to 2026 right now. Hold on a second. March 3rd.
Happy birthday, brother. What'd you do for your birthday?
Actually, I had my son for my birthday for the first time in ever. You know, so that was a big shock. You know what I'm saying?
Congrats.
I've never spent a birthday with my son.
Wow.
He's here now. You know, he's pretty much stacking his life up. Very happy about that. Not going to put him on film because he probably be like, yeah, you old people. I don't want to do that.
How old is he?
21.
Oh, yeah.
This is a prime age for you to help continue to mold him. He's already a man, though.
Listen, that is when you need your father most. When you're around, I had my dad in the same city with me until I was 9, and then I spent summers with him from then on. But I, in hindsight, needed him more the back 9 than the first 9.
Yeah, it's an interesting story. I moved him here when he was 18, but it didn't work, you know, and it was harsh. You know, I felt like a horrible dad because I only got him for the summers at first, you know. So, you know, I mean, he had to go back. He had to feel what the world really felt like. And he felt it. He definitely felt it. And, you know, he's back here now. I'm comfortable to know that my only son is in good hands. I can finish training him. He's susceptible for any type of knowledge right now. So, you know, I think we're definitely on the right path. You know what I mean?
Congratulations, man. That's beautiful,
awesome.
Dude. That's an incredible birthday gift.
Yeah.
Man, literally, like anything in the world. But I mean, I love this woman. She knows that. But I've never spent a birthday with him. Never. And whatever you guys want to say, I said last week, I did not say. So I don't know.
Because she wasn't there.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. Man, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
That's hilarious. Watch the replay, Francis.
A lot lately. Like,
I told
I
her
my friends to be having her glasses on and taking them off, but she just does it without announcing it. She was like, oh, she took her glasses off.
Yeah, whole different person, right? Whole different person. Look at that.
Clark Kent Superman.
Whole different person. Like if I took this hat off, you see a different person. But you know, I'm not gonna do that.
Take it off. Take it off.
No, because I don't want him to try and get me to take mine off.
Take it
so
off.
We'll try.
Take it off.
Thunder. Thunder.
I love it.
Thundercat. Get off
I
me.
love it.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Gottfried.
Always a pleasure.
Good night, y'all.
We'll
Hey,
talk
we
to
love
you.
y'all guys. All right, have
We
a
love
great
y'all.
one.
Love
All
y'all
right?
back.
Hilarious.
Oh, also, one more thing. We come on here a lot. I expect for everybody else who comes onto this page to make an appearance. We need more faces, way more faces, because we are a community. If I can do this, you can show your face for a couple of minutes, okay? Thunder.
Thank you, guys.
That is a fact.
All right, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Bye,
Got a little bit hanging out, just a little bit, but it's cool though.
Look at her. She's so sweet.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.
I like that, man. We out on a high note, man. It's always a pleasure talking to y'all.
The heat.
What you gonna do next week?
This weekend, I am one of the many co-hosts of the Vegan Creator Con. It is the first and only in the world, a big convention of vegan content creators who are there to teach anyone who owns a business, restaurant, or also is a content creator how to use social media, how to figure out trending topics. We're doing masterminds. I'm moderating some panels with some of the viral content creators. I'm also going to be leading some masterminds. This is all happening in Los Angeles on the West Side.
If there was only a flyer that you could
and it's on my page.
Show the people.
It's on my page, and I'm about to put a reel up for it again. Oh, there's also a reel up for it that I just was collaborated on this morning, and I'll be putting another reel up. But anyway, it's going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's parties, it's wellness, like yoga, it's vegan food trucks, it's workshops, it's masterminds, it's all the things, and I'm one of the co-hosts. So that'll be my weekend, and you'll be at Sunday.
Oh, Sunday, Chocolate Sundays, Laugh Factory, 7 p.m.
Which is a huge show here in LA on Sunset Boulevard.
I'm going to be there.
And those clips always get put on YouTube and go viral.
I'm going to be there.
Oh, shoot, keep it smooth. I definitely would love to come. By the time y'all bring guests on, I'm closing the job up and dropping off my homie. Last thing I'm about to do is get roasted for my Android internet. Aw, get it together. Get it together. All right, we got to get out of here. One of these days, we'll click in. Lex and Green Ranger, it makes no sense that y'all haven't come on this show. Y'all are featured in the comments. We have given you all the love and adoration we can on screen. You need to bless us with your presence.
Autumn Reed has been a minute for YouTube, baby girl.
Autumn Reed.
Callie Grown, Gorilla Tap One, Jazzy Bussa. Jordan Taylor, Essels. Come on now.
Isaac, well, everybody.
Isaac, man. Yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, goodbye, you guys. Bad hello.
This is good. I meant, when I said what you're going to do next week, I meant about the show. Are you bringing in Jada?
You want to get up, but I don't want to be the one to do it. And I'm sick of, hey, look over here, CT. You're going to be here next week.
No, I'm going to be here
and
next week.
You're going to be on the show next week.
No, I'm not.
This is our marriage podcast.
You know what? I got a solution. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Tune in next week, guys. We'll see you.
You get on my nerves.
Do I?
Yes.
On all of them?
Oh.
Not just